too good to stay in hell. I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, that's real. Yeah, I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah. Hey, I don't know where the story ends, but I keep writing like, oh well, oh well. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah, we ride around this ghost. If we show up, then we still have it. Yeah, we slide around this coast. Yeah, we glowing up, but we still trapped. Sitting high up on the stone. Put my foes out, got the world clapping. Yeah, we vibing up in this show. So your main girl in the private section. Yeah.
This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, 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 gang. West Coast with the gang, 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 gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang,
whoa, East Coast with that gang, gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast gon' head stand up, put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. True love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick I'm queasy, whoa.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang.
Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang.
It's getting crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you. You're gonna find your way, man. Your way, man. You're gonna find your way. Yeah, take a look around you. You're gonna find your way, man. You're gonna find your way. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change your way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, find your way back. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, find your way back. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, Dubai with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an optical. sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music a means to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had, stop looking at trends. You wearing your heart like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone, the fame is on, and they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, nigga, find your way back. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, nigga, find your way back. New era, I got y'all. Real gang, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines when you find out. And getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Yeah, talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, nigga, find your way back. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way back. Find your way back, nigga, find your way back. Man, it's too early in the morning for this shit. But let's get it. Yeah. Ay, all of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swolio put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green. I'm dropping slappers to hell with an album. Might fuck around and go see Jimmy Fallon. I multiply while you bury your talents. Cause I'm like a hawk when I bury my talents. Guess what I'm saying? I pray on these niggas. There was a day when I'd pray for these niggas. Now I got nothing to say to these niggas. I pray that God does away with these niggas. I keep my friends close, but my enemies closer. My mental is gross, but my verses are kosher. These girls going wild, but I'm not a poacher, so I just keep shining like Elon, I'm solar. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swolio put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green. Gotta make this money, only game I know. I'm the only king, this ain't no Game of Thrones. Everybody wanna be a fucking king until it's time to do what a king does. Everywhere I look, it's just kids and drugs. Everywhere I look, it's just gangs and thugs. Can't tame the guns, can't save our loved ones. I grew my funds and I called the plug. Then I filled my lungs, I don't mess with that new shit. Y'all talking tough, but ain't none of y'all do shit. Y'all chasing money, you want the exposure. Y'all think y'all funny and snake Gucci loafers. I don't give disclaimers, I rap full disclosure. These niggas all think they were born in October. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have stacks on plus stacks when I'm older. Stacks when I'm older. Yeah, stacks when I'm older. The only thing different between you and I is that I also have millions in cash when I'm older. All of y'all talking, but I just went. Papa Swolio put nuts on they chin. Like Everest and K2 get mounds of cash. Looked in the crowd, saw my name on the ass. You made them bands, now your money is spent. I stash away about 40%. Empire with honey like I'm Gary V. My Benny's all blue, but the product is green.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
It's pumpkin spicy then.
Fuck your pumpkin spice. Go to the fucking gym.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 3016 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gaincast, mancast, pimpcast, sleazecast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes? Bustus, hustles, and your hoes. It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. And today's episode, the Beescast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2, flexing on all. All right, fam, welcome to the show. Hit the like button, subscribe, share with your friends. Thanks for being here. Drop in the comments down below. What are you smashing today? Today's swole card is go to the fucking gym. It's GTTFG. Drop that in the chat for a chance to win today's swole card. We'll give that away at the end of today's episode. Now, fam, let's moisturize and let's jump in today's episode. Let's get that tip in there. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, today's first Swole Fam post is from Christian. How we doing, Jen, Michelle?
What's in the box?
What's going on, fam? All right, Christian says, rise and grind. 4 a.m. wake up call. That was drawn out. 4 a.m. wake up. 4 a.m. wake up call. It's back to work today, so early morning workouts are back on. Best way to start my day is by taking care of myself. Here's to a great day. Hashtag swole goals, and she's wearing her I want you to be swole shirt. That's a classic. Absolute classic. Great post. I like that. Swole goals. Tanya says, I'm almost finished on week 1 of the 90-day dash. My body feels really good, actually. I gained some confidence because before I tried them, some of the beginner complexes looked so intimidating, but I did them. I'm also still working on my shoulder mobility and proper shoulder activation, especially some of the proprioception complexes. I thought, like, there is no way my body can move like that, but it does, it can, and it did. Yay, there you go. Shocker. You did it. You put yourself through it. And you were successful. Simple. You get better, you practice, and you do better over time. Let's get into a couple email responses. This one's title, The Secret to Actually Getting Results. Ayana says, hey, Papa, I've been getting my steps in, decided to walk 3 miles a day or more if possible while I'm on vacation, and so far it's been going well. Noticed changes in how my body feels, and my sleep is much better. Excellent. That's something that's very important. When you exercise, you will sleep better. You will. It is something that happens along with the physical activity. Very, very good for depth of sleep, quality sleep, consistency too, especially if you're trying to get better sleep. Make sure you're training and training properly and training hard. All right. Genevieve says on my I'm turning 41 email, happy birthday, Papa. Here's to another year of making more gains. Lots of lifts and life being left being in our 40s, if ever before. I feel more empowered and inspired to be stronger and wiser. Hope you do too. Love growing alongside you. XO Genevieve. Aw, Genevieve and I are making sick gains. And you can make sick gains too. Doesn't matter what your age is. You can make progress from wherever you are. It's not just in your 40s. You can make progress even if you're starting in your 50s or 60s. You just want to start as soon as possible. You're listening to this, you're getting your ear holes banged. get started. Get started today. Get on the email list, by the way. Get the latest updates and awesome emails on a regular basis. Go to makeemailswolligan.com and sign up for the email list. Link is also in the description down below. We will get into some questions now. Hashtag Ask Papa Swolio. So if you have a live question, hashtag Ask Papa Swolio, drop that in the comments. And let's get into a few. We'll start off with a couple on Instagram. Remember, you can call into the show if you want to leave a message for the show. Go to askpapasolio.com and submit your question there. And you can do so 24/7, 365. David Picano on Instagram. Hey, Papa, do you eat avocado? By the way, thanks for the kick in the ass to go to the fucking gym every day. You got it, bro. I do eat avocados. I do. We have a bunch in the house right now. I just sometimes, when I'm grabbing my meal or some steak or some kefir, I'm not going to eat it all the time, but I need to make it more accessible. Sometimes I just don't feel like grabbing in there, cutting it open. I'm not sitting down having that kind of a meal. I'm having maybe just some protein or like some raw dairy or something like that. So I don't need to, I'm not going to have I'm not going to have kefir with avocado. So it really depends on what kind of meal I'm having. But if I sit down, I can definitely grab an avocado. I like them. Goes great with steak. Avocado's great. It's a great fruit. Art by Jael. Papa Swolio, what is the best protein powder? Well, you want to get it fresh, you want to get it raw, but it's going to be bull milk. It's always going to be bull milk, but I just don't recommend people getting it in powder form because you don't want any of the protein denatured and you don't want to process the bull milk if you can help it. If you can just get it straight from the teat, so to speak, have it while it's still warm if you can. So as fresh as you can, raw, of course, but as fresh as you can. But if you have to get in a protein powder, it will be bull milk protein for sure. But if you can't, look, I know it's expensive. Not a lot of people have access to it, but you can just get yourself some grass-fed whey can be an option. I prefer, there's a great company, makes a great product, unflavored. You don't want corn and soy in it. I think it's Nature Force. That's a good one. We have it in the Amazon store and it's great. It's great. I don't have any issues with it. So that's the most important thing. You start adding flavors and artificial sweeteners and things of that nature. And the more additives you have, the more risk you have of side effects from those additives. I'm not saying that if you have a protein powder, it has a little bit of sunflower lecithin. Look, I just don't want anything in it. So I get unflavored. Bull milk for sure, though, if you can. Shoei BK, Papa Swolio, which company is best creatine? There's no best of anything in most cases. Just get yourself a high quality micronized creatine monohydrate. What I will say is you don't need any of those fancy creatines. You don't need any of the other, you don't need the fancy stuff. You don't need creatine HCl or creatine, I don't know, jizz hydrate, whatever they're coming out with next. There's so many creatines out there. And of course, they have to market and make some sort of instantized creatine. And those things can be, I'm not saying those are bad either, but you're going to spend more for those types of products. And you can just get a micronized standard creatine monohydrate and it's cheap. And you get a good name brand, you'll be fine. But anytime you're buying supplements, if your company, whatever you're buying from, does third-party testing and you can see the test results, you can see if there's heavy metals and things like that in the processing. You just don't want that kind of stuff. There are lower quality products out there for sure. Because don't forget, some of these are made in factories and labs. And, if the labs aren't sterile or if they're in different countries, different regulations, but supplements can get pretty wonky. So just make sure that you're getting it from a reputable place. But again, I'm going unflavored. I'm not going with any kind of sugars and other stuff added to it. I don't care if it tastes like rainbow sherbet. I don't want that stuff in it. Sunshine Goth, what's your favorite exercise? No favorite exercise. I do not have one, but I have different things that I prioritize. So I would like to change the question from what's your favorite exercise? Do I prioritize body parts and maybe certain exercises? Sure. My favorite exercise is the one that I'm doing because it's what I need to do. So if you want to consider that my favorite, no, that's my choice. I don't care if I enjoy it. I definitely want to enjoy it to the point I get my enjoyment from doing an exercise that's going to be effective. So if I'm choosing an exercise that sucks and I don't feel it, I'm not going to enjoy it. I'm not going to want to do it. So the enjoyment for me is irrelevant. If you want to call it enjoyment, I'm just trying to connect with someone who maybe doesn't make sick fucking gains. if you really are serious about building muscle, you will do what you need to do to build the muscle, whatever the exercise is. And you guys know this. There are exercises that you hate it, but you love it. You love it, but you hate it. I have a love-hate relationship with XYZ. People say that because they do it because it works for what they're trying to accomplish, but it hurts a lot. Or, I don't know, people are pussies when they say that stuff. I have a love-hate relationship. Just do the stuff that works. So that should be your favorite exercise. But you just don't want to get too locked into any certain thing, because after a while you need to mix things up, or it might not be the most effective. So try to correlate and connect the things that you enjoy in terms of an exercise with what gets you results, because that's why you should be doing it in the first place. Don't do, oh, this is fun, but I like this a lot. Understand that if you like something and you're doing something, it might not get you the results. Okay, but you like doing it. So you're getting a benefit because you enjoy it, but it might not be the hypertrophy that you want. So just be honest with yourself. Are you just fatiguing yourself and doing something that's not really effective, but I enjoy it? Okay, but understand you're not going to be making the progress that you could be. If you are accepting of that trade-off, okay, just don't complain about not getting results if you're doing dumb shit, right? Okay, Jin Yu, 9917. How could you have a strong and fit body? Are you asking me this question? Or how could I have a strong and fit body? I'm going to assume you're asking for you. Listen to the podcast and absorb the information. That might be the most vague question I've ever heard. You need to lift weights, you need to eat healthy, follow the 7 pillars. Check us out, swolenormousx.com. We have an app coming soon. Go to the fucking gym. Rose Smiley, Papa Swolio, I lost 80. Okay. Wow. I lost 80 pounds already, but I am worried about the loose skin on my belly. Any exercise for it? Thanks. Congratulations. That's fantastic. I don't know of any exercise that will take care of loose skin. I don't. If you have everyone's different with skin elasticity, how quickly you gain the fat, all this different stuff. I don't know if this ever goes away. I haven't heard anyone say, well, I do this and magically the skin starts receding and getting tight again. Maybe in small quantities, depends on how much loose skin, but oftentimes you need surgery if you want to get rid of excessive amounts of loose skin. But I can't tell you whether or not that would be for you, because you'd have to talk to a surgeon and all that stuff. Any other comments on that, you can drop in the chat. Patricia Mazq, Papa Soy, do you drink milk? I do. I love raw dairy. Raw dairy, my favorite is raw kefir, and we eat raw butter. We also have yogurt, raw yogurt, and the only thing I don't consume, I have raw cream. If I have coffee or if I'm having some sort of make my own ice cream or using cream and different things, but I don't prefer just like straight milk. If it would have to be like A2 milk, but I prefer kefir in that sense. I digest it better. I feel better with it. So I do drink dairy. All right. Christian Kaznovsky. Papa Swolio, can I break a plateau with maintenance calories, or do I need to bulk? Can I break a plateau with maintenance calories, or do I need... Well, what are we talking about here? Because you're saying, can I break a plateau but maintain? Well, are you trying to maintain, or are you trying to break a plateau? And what's this plateau that you're breaking? So unfortunately, you didn't actually finish the question. So I don't really know what plateau of what? Of strength? Of hypertrophy? Of weight gain or loss? If you want to gain weight, you need to, quote, bulk. But we all know the goal shouldn't be to gain weight. People look at the scale, they look in the mirror and they think, I'm tiny, I need to gain weight. You really want to put on muscle. But of course, you're going to put on fat when you put on muscle. You're not just going to gain muscle and just be shredded all the time. So if you're gaining, you're much better off. And you can build muscle. You can build muscle around maintenance. Depends on how much body fat you have and what types of foods you're eating and this, that, and the other, and how much protein and stuff you require. But you can, with certain people in certain instances, newbies, people that are getting back into the gym, have a lot of fat to lose, a lot of extra body fat. There are times, and there might be some sweet spots where you're always adding fat and utilizing fat. You're building muscle and breaking down muscle. The point of lifting, like this is all dynamic. What people need to understand more is that it's not like you're just building muscle now. Okay, now I'm going to pack on some fat. Now I'm going to utilize some fat. These are systems in the body that are nonstop all the time. You're always breaking down, adding, building, adding contractile proteins, laying new fibers. You're always doing this stuff dynamically, breaking down glucose in certain muscles. And it's just systemically. So think about your body as a system too. What you're trying to do is create a stimulus, but then overwhelmingly, you want your body to not have to worry so much about A, B, and C. You want it to focus on D, E, and F. You want to focus on building the muscle. You want to put your body in a situation with nutrition, with training, with recovery, with frequency, with all that stuff in terms of stimulating muscle growth. So you want these systems to focus as much as possible on building muscle. That's kind of what you're trying to do. And they can only focus as much as possible on building muscle if there's a growth stimulus and there's proper recovery, and then the stimulus comes again, but it's able to have, full recover for the different various aspects of the nervous system and organ systems and so on and so forth. So if you're exposing your body and putting your body in an environment where nutritionally and physically and with your proper programming, you're exposing your body to a constant growth stimulus, you're leaning more in an anabolic direction more often than not, and you are going to build muscle. If that's your goal. Again, not everyone's goal is to build muscle. A lot of people think their goal might be to lose fat, when I always say the goal should be building muscle. If you're fat, you need to build muscle. You do, unless you're a power lifter and you're eating too much. If you're a power lifter and you're strong as shit and you have a lot of muscle, you also have a lot of fat. You can fix that with just eating better, just getting rid of it. It'll go away if you eat better. You're just over consuming for extended periods of time. So most people are fat because they don't have enough muscle mass, and most people are skinny because they don't have enough muscle mass. And there's other issues with that. There's other issues with bone density and osteoporosis and low testosterone and all sorts of shit. So again, can I break a plateau? Depends on what plateau you're referring to. But I'm just going to assume that you're talking about building muscle with maintenance calories, or do I need to bulk? It depends on how you're defining what bulking is. Like I've been saying, you don't have to be in a crazy surplus. I've been saying that for a long time. I will generally say that you're better off eating in a surplus, period, so you have at least what you need and extra. Could you eat technically around maintenance? It depends. It depends on what maintenance is for you and how you're calculating that and how you're approximating that. The only thing you'll know is that if you track your total consumption very meticulously and are exceptionally consistent. People don't realize how consistent you have to be in order to notice, okay, I need to add in a couple hundred calories. If you're going to be like, I'm going to add 200 more calories during the day of protein, this and the other, you have to be tracking so meticulously everything. And for me, I just don't think that's realistic for most people. Maybe if you're a professional bodybuilder, okay, fine. But a lot of these bodybuilders outsource that stuff to other people because it's just a lot to think about. You want to focus on training hard and sleeping and being low stress. You don't want to be sitting there measuring shit all the time. That's why I always say focus on the quality of the foods first, and then a lot of things are going to be different. A lot of times people have bloating, or they have water retention, or they have issues, and they don't realize it's from the quality of their food, not from the quantity. And then when they get rid of those inflammatory foods and improve their lifestyle habits, they're sleeping better and cortisol goes down, they lose some more water. And a lot of it sometimes, I'm not saying all of it, but a lot of it can also be from the food quality, not just the calories. It's the type of things that they're eating and their lifestyle habits. You start sleeping better and your hormones are more balanced. Of course, you're not going to store as much water. You're not going to have, as much, elevated blood sugars and stuff like that. You're not going to be breaking down muscle if you're training properly, and et cetera, et cetera. All right, good questions. Anything else? Any questions live? Chill episode today. Let's go balls deep stuff. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! All right, we're going balls deep. All right, fam. Make sure you hit the like button. Thanks for being here. Remember, we got some new stuff. We got some specials going on. Buy one, get one free buy one, get one free. Jeez. Buy one, get one 50% off. Sorry. Lies. It's not true. I know. Buy one, get one free. It's buy one, get one 50% off. Almost as good. Half as good. So if you get two, you get two 50% off. You buy three, you get three 50% off. You buy four, you get four 50% off. We got tote bags, brand new tote bags. We also have Optimus Pump, brand new design. And then we also have brand new loose crop tops for the ladies. So go check out all those designs. papaswolio.com. Buy one, get one free through the weekend because it was my birthday. So we're doing a little special for used beaches. Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice? Loose crop tops, Optimus Pump, and tote bags. And of course, everything else on the site. Buy one, get one 50% You buy 100, Papa will personally blow you. I'll tell you what. I mean, if you buy 100, I'll hold a carrot, like an actual carrot, and not a baby carrot. I'll like hold like a carrot. How about that? I'll touch it. Not a man carrot, but a carrot. Anyway, let's get into things that are less important than that. And that's not important at all. So let's get into some more balls deep content. Pick a number 1, 2, 3, or 4. Let's have some fun with this. We got some good stuff. 1, 2, 3, or 4. Hadouken! Number 1, number 2, number 3, or number 4. I would touch a carrot. Aaron picks number 1. We're getting into the first one. This is Aaron's call. This is from the Minnesota State Tourism Department. So the title here says actual ad. An actual ad from Minnesota State's Tourism Department. An actual ad. Let's check this out. This is an ad from Minnesota's State Tourism Department. Oh, God. So the caption says happy. So there's a pride. This is obviously a pride ad. This is if you're listening, it's the gayest thing I've ever seen in my life. Literally and figuratively. From Explore, Minnesota. So this is obviously during, I don't know, it's like a pride promotion. All right. Okay. I didn't want to go to Minnesota before. I will not be going. That did not convince me otherwise. So just say no. Just say no to Minnesota. Yikes. That doesn't sell me. It just smelled like soy. The entire video was just soy. Okay, let's go with Jesus Christ. Let's go with, wow. Let's go 4, Nick. Nick, number 4. Let's go Nick, number 4. What's in the box? Racist dog trainer. Oh, boy.
White people are truly so dense. So there's this woman that had a cool dog.
Yo. That ain't no lie, motherfucker. Look at those gains. Dense as fuck. I am so dense. Because I lift weights. I go to the fucking gym and I eat steak. Okay, here we go.
White people are truly so dense. Boom. So there's this woman that had a cool dog, and my dog was cool with her dog. So they like played a little bit, and then her friend like pulls up.
Yath Queen.
And we start talking about my dog. She's a German Shepherd, Belgian Malinois. And she's like, oh yeah, like all the dogs that protect like the president are Malinois. And then I start talking about how like trainers end up being super racist, and they are racist, and then it perpetuates a stereotype of my dog that like she doesn't fuck with black and brown people, which is the opposite. I literally told them, I was like, I trained her to not like white people.
What?
Like I trained her to not like white people. Which the woman with the dogs like laughed at because it's hilarious. But anyways, surprised though, 'cause she was also white. But I was like, yeah, you know, the trainers are like a little bit.
No, she laughed because you're on the same side. She laughed like, oh, you're so funny. Yeah, we suck. She's so virtuous. She wants your approval.
Like the trainers are racist, and she was like, towards other dogs. I was like, no, against like black and brown people. Like they train dogs to bite them and hold on to them and latch onto them.
They teach the dogs to bite onto and latch onto criminals. Yeah, believe it or not, criminals. The vast majority of criminals are, if they're black and brown, that's not the dog's fault. So it's based on a command. Any questions?
Which is a huge fucking problem. She's like, yeah, like I've never heard that before. And I was like, well,
yep.
Yeah, you're white. So you're probably also a racist. But yeah, I don't know what it is with these people. Like, just no perception. They're just like, yeah, racism doesn't exist. Shut up. It's absurd. I don't understand it.
I don't know what you are, but I don't like you. Oh, she's got a Palestine. Is that a Palestine lanyard? Is that a Palestine? Oh my God.
Emotional, damn it.
Yeah. All right. So don't be a criminal. Don't be a criminal. Don't be a criminal. That one's going last. We got a fat phobia rant. Oh yeah. All right. We're going
What's in the box?
We're going number 2 on this one. Fat phobia rant. What else is new, Beach? Let's go. Let's see what we got.
I think when we talk about fat phobia or other kinds of phobias, people in their mind think of like arachnophobia, like you see something and you'll scream and run away. I'm not saying you're going to see a fat person and go like, oh my God. That's not what we're talking about.
I've done it before. No, I don't think I haven't done it before. In my head, yes. If there's someone like, holy shit, I'm not necessarily going to say it out loud. But yeah, that goes through my head for sure.
Fat phobia is more like mental. Fat phobia is more like thinking you've gained some weight and you go like, oh God, I've gained some weight. I wouldn't want to be a fat person. That's fat phobia.
No, that's logic and common sense.
If in your mind you ever come across the thought, the feeling like, oh my God, I would not want to be fat, or you find yourself criticizing a friend or somebody that you see like, oh, they put on weight, sit with that for a moment longer.
No, that's why I'm not fat, because I don't want to sit with it. I want to lift weights and make gains.
And just like have that conversation internally. Like, why do you feel that way?
Have the conversation internally. You mean thoughts? Do you mean use your brain and think about things? I do. Which is why you're making that video and I'm talking about you making this video, because our brains work in different ways. You're a sideshow. You've become a sideshow on this podcast. You become a sideshow on my show. You probably would have been a sideshow 100 years ago too. Did you guys know those old fairs? You've seen that? Have you seen the sideshow, like the fat man at the carnivals and stuff, like in the early 1900s or the late 1800s? You've seen pictures, and they're just an average person today. I'll pull up a picture in the meantime. Let's listen to the rest of this nonsense.
Why would that be so awful? Why is it terrible that you feel bad about yourself that you've gained 20, 40, 60 pounds? Why is that? Because I will say it's not this universe like, well, fat people have always been unattractive and nobody wants to be with a fat person. For 400 years, fat people were the most desirable. In current societies, other places in the world, having a larger, curvier body is still very sexy. In North America, it is not seen that way. So sit with yourself just a moment longer and try to like understand, this is what fat phobia feels like.
No, I am not going to go through a fucking struggle session because you don't want to lift weights. Let's check out these pictures. All right. Let's see here. Let me move this over. Look at this dude. I just typed in old sideshow fat man. Like, these are the guys you just see at the diner. You go to a diner, you just see these guys. Like, this used to be, whoa. Like, I'm not saying every person looks like that, but way too many. It used to be something, look, the sideshow, it used to be something you paid to go see. You paid to go see these people. All you got to do is go to Walmart. This guy's name was Colosso. 44 stones. How much is a stone? 14 pounds? Stones. I don't know. What is that in freedom units? Someone do the math. 19 years. That's a mongoloid right there. 19 years old? All right, that's a big dude. But still, this is like someone with a condition, like gigantism, like Andre the Giant or something. All right, look at that guy. Yeah, 14 pounds. Vintage circus sideshow. Now, of course, if this guy is like 7 feet tall, all right, that's still more rare, but come on. Like, this is just so not unheard of. 616 pounds? That kid didn't look like six. If he's 600 pounds, what's his height? 6 feet 2 inches? He doesn't look like 600 pounds. There's no way. That's not, if 6'2" is accurate, if 6 foot 2 inches is accurate, that guy's not 616 pounds. If he's maybe 6'10", just look at these pictures. So people that say, people used to be fat. All right. So it wasn't something like, people have always been fat. It's been revered. Yeah, in different cultures, people do different things. In certain cultures, when it was hard to gain, because in a lot of ancient cultures, you weren't fat. You weren't fat. You didn't have the access to all the food. You had to work in the fields. You had to toil. You didn't have access to the time and the materials for that kind of gluttony. You didn't have access to it. So you might have been a corporate elite, one of those corporate fat cats in the late 1800s, because you can sit around, smoke cigars, and eat food, and you had all the people work for you because you were a businessman. So that wasn't something that was looked at, portly, like that was looked at maybe as something to admire or to aspire to, but it wasn't because that was healthy. It was because that represented someone who didn't have to work in the field, so to speak, or in the coal mines, or, and they were successful enough to sit around and eat that much and eat good food that can get you, because you didn't have ultra processed stuff. So it was harder to consume all that. You had to eat to excess, less activity. All right. So there's that. Let's do one more. We got one more. This one looked frightening, but what isn't? Let me remove the bottom bar. What do we got here? This one's called confidence. Confidence. So we'll end with this. We'll give away the Swole card. Again, the Swole card is GTTFG. Drop that in the chat. Let's get a little America 2.
I better use my strong hand.
Let me drop this in here. Confidence. Last one.
What's in the box?
Confidence.
The other day, I was looking at my old pictures, and I was wondering, how is it possible that I thought that I need to lose weight? At that time, I felt that I was fat, and
what
that
is
I
that thing?
really need to lose weight.
What's that string? Is that
the thing is that now that I'm definitely fatter, I feel happier. And
what the fuck is that thing? Is that a thong? Is that like a high rise thing? What is that? Could dock a boat with that.
sexier, and that's because I growed something called confidence.
Too much, way too much.
It's not that easy, but as soon as you feel confident of your body image, you're going to be enjoying every single outfit, every single time, and every single moment in your life.
I'm not
because you're not gonna be wondering, am I looking fat? Am I looking
She's out of breath.
bad? There's not such a thing. In fact, fat is not a bad word.
Wow, does it burn so precious? Gross. Gross. Yeah, that was horrifying. That was absolutely fucking horrifying. All right, time for a throwback. And all right, eeny, meeny, miny. What the hell is that? What is it?
Hi, if we haven't met, I am Steph. I'm a body liberation photographer and community creator based in Columbus, Ohio.
The fuck does that mean? I think we need a GoFundMe for Ohio. Save Ohio. What is going on in Ohio?
We have so much internalized fat phobia and misogyny and self-objectification and racism and all of the things.
Whoa, slow down there. You can't go into racism and misogyny. Pick one thing. You can't just layer all those things.
As women, especially, we are deeply ingrained to self-objectify.
Sounds like a you problem.
So when you're looking at another woman in a body similar to yours and you say, oh, she's so beautiful, you're seeing the complexity of her, right? But when you look at yourself, you're viewing yourself through the male gaze, the patriarchal gaze.
These people must sleep so well at night, just being exhausted thinking up this garbage. I agree. I agree with the old version of me, and I agree with Jarella. TikTok causes brain damage. I agree. It's pure brain rot. TikTok is pure brain rot. It's the worst. It is the worst platform. I fucking can't stand it. I can't stand TikTok. I fucking hate it. That's why I don't post that much on it. It's awful. Oh, it fucking sucks. Anyway, let's give away today's Swole card. Thanks for being here. Hashtag GTTFG. And of course, join the fam over at swolenormousx.com. We are getting ready to drop our soon-to-be world-famous Swolenormous app. So don't nobody go nowhere. Get on the email list, join the fam today, lock in your membership, and get ready for the launch. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. Falcon, let's give away the Swole card, shall we? Thank you. Thank you, Falcon. Thank you, Freddie. Keep on edging, fam. I want you nice and juicy, ready for the release. All right, we got a winner. Hope you went to the fucking gym. If you didn't, you definitely will be now. J Money 71. 71. Jota Dinero 71. J Money, congratulations. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 3016 in the subject, your mailing address, and the body of the email. Thank you so much for being here today. And of course, head on over to askpapaswolio.com if you want to submit a question. Check out the links down below. And we'll be back tomorrow for the FEFcast. And also, we do have overtime tomorrow, so it's going to be lit. Only members, join us, swolenormousx.com. Cannot wait for tomorrow and the DWG. We've got a brand new DWG. We'll do a throwback, and we got some new balls deep edits for you after the public stream. So be ready for that. We'll see you then. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I gift rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
that's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. Off topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons out closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.